fields of green as far as the eye can see. NASCAR cars racing in the background. A Cholo motorcycle sitting right here. I'm excited about this ride. Before we jump into this B-roll, comment down below immediately if you can guess what this bike started as. Let's go! So this is a 2023 Heritage Softail. I know, it doesn't look like a Heritage, but if you look up there in that corner of the wheel, you can see it says Heritage. This bike belongs to Speedway Harley-Davidson. This is a Cholo build they did. Real quick, let me go over what's been added to the bike. So first things first, you've got the Carlini 14-inch gangsta bars that you can see here that are quite tall. You've got the blanket roll right here on front in case you want to go on a picnic and it completes that Cholo look. You've got 18-inch DNA Specialty Saint Cholo style wheels. You've got a full shark tail exhaust made by Freedom Exhaust. You've got a Mustang solo seat on here, and it has a HD front and rear lowering kit, so the bike has been slammed. You got LED lighting, and the bags have been removed. Other than that, this is your typical Heritage, besides the extra chrome accents. But let's get to riding because I'm hot. We're gonna back up a little bit here because I'm going out that way. That exhaust sounds really good. So I am 6 feet tall, and these bars feel tall to me. Oh, let's see if I can make this turn. I still got the maneuverability. I definitely like a taller bar, but to ride like this all day long, in my opinion, would be a challenge. But again, I haven't ridden like this frequently, so this may be comfortable for long periods of time. Y'all comment down below if y'all have ridden Cholo bikes on extended rides and tell me, is it comfortable having your hands up this high? In case you're wondering, the bars, I think I said it already, I'm 6 feet tall, but my hands are resting right above my chin, probably around my mouth area. So it's definitely higher than the shoulders, which I typically like to have my hands resting either at my shoulders or just a little bit lower, like right around where my heart is. I feel like you get the best blood flow when your hands are there versus when they're up higher. If they're up too high, you're not going to get a lot of blood flow to your hands, and you know, they'll start getting that numb feeling. Check out that Coca-Cola thing up there. I think it's a water tower, maybe. But Speedway Harley-Davidson has been building a lot of custom motorcycles. There's actually a little area in the showroom for the SHD Customs, which are the custom bikes, which there's quite a few of them. This bike has been lowered, so I am turning very cautiously, not to risk any scrapes to the bike. And I will tell y'all right now, this motorcycle is an eye catcher. Lots of people have been staring at this bike. I was taking pictures of it earlier, and people were just like pulling over to see the bike, and they pulled out their camera and start taking pictures of it. So this is definitely an attention getter. But what's it feel like to ride a Cholo? It feels like you a boss. I feel like I'm playing on the Mayan show right now, like I'm one of the guys from the Mayans, except I got a book bag on, a full face helmet, a camera mounted to the front of me, and I probably ain't no gangster. Tell me, what do y'all think of the color? This gold color with that chrome on there. I feel like it sets the bike off. The chrome definitely sets the bike off, and I'm not a fan of chrome at all. I love my motors and my engines and my motorcycles completely blacked out, but I am loving the way this bike looks with the fishtails and all the chrome on it. It just shines so much, and that's what that Cholo style is all about. Like shiny, high bars, slammed to the ground, fat spoke tires, all of that. That's that Cholo style. To its core, this is still a Heritage, one of the most comfortable Harley-Davidsons made at this current moment, in my opinion. So it's an extremely comfortable ride. Now, yes, it's been slammed, so that will affect kind of the suspension and the way it rides a little bit, but I've been on it for a little bit here today, and it's comfortable. It's still comfortable. So on the Heritage, you know, you get the floorboard, so your feet are going to be comfortable. You usually have bags on here so that way you can store stuff if you're going back and forth to work or you're going on a long ride. They still have the bags in the original seat for this bike, so whoever ends up getting this motorcycle is still going to get all that, but they got this cool Cholo looking style that they don't have to go build because it's already done. If I had the money sitting in the bank right now to just up and be able to blow it and spend it on a motorcycle that's already been customized, that I don't have to sit up there and do all the work to myself, I feel like I'd do that. I'd do that all day long. But you know, some people like to customize their bikes themselves. I do like customizing the bikes myself, but I don't like turning the wrenches myself, like physically having to do it myself, which a lot of times that's what ends up happening. I actually got a new project right now I'm gonna begin working on here soon. For the next 3 days, it's supposed to be 100 degrees. Probably won't be riding. That's why I brought this baby out today. Y'all are turning way too slow. You're gonna cause us all to miss the light. I don't understand why people turn so slow sometimes. It makes no sense to turn a corner that slow. This baby sounds so good with that Freedom exhaust. I mean, it sounds insane. I'd love to hear it from the back.
That's what she said.
How's the bike handle? It handles fine. It handles like you're meant to cruise on it though. It doesn't have the handling or the feel that you're going to be riding this bike extremely aggressive or like ripping through some canyons on some insane shit, or just like it doesn't ride like a ST or a sporty model. It rides like a cruiser slash not a chopper. I heard choppers ride like straight garbage, but it rides like a Cholo. That's what it rides like. But it does still have this. Yeah, it still has that performance. If you need that performance to be there, it 100% will deliver. I slowed down because I don't like going over a hill and not knowing what's over it. But the bike feels good moving. The suspension feels solid. I'm not really feeling any of the road imperfections, even though the bike has been slammed. The suspension still feels good. And I am not a light individual. I'm 230 plus pounds on this baby. So it's handling me with no problems. But that's because in its core, it is a Heritage Softail, one of the most comfortable Harley-Davidsons in my opinion. Now, is there anything that I would have done different to this bike? Now, if I was going for a true Cholo style where I did not care about how it rode, didn't care about the comfort, I probably would have went with a bigger front wheel. But with this bike having an 18-inch front wheel, it rides a lot better than those larger front wheels would. At the time of filming this video, this bike is available up at Speedway Harley-Davidson. A lot of times people from other states end up seeing the videos, or I wonder if they know that their thing is down. Yeah, they might want to fix that. A lot of times people from other states end up seeing the videos and falling in love with some of these motorcycles, and they may end up calling the dealership or reaching out to the dealership to get this bike. If you reach out, tell them you saw it on the Infinit Ryda channel. Or just be like, hey, I'm looking for that Cholo bike that the Infinit Ryda was riding the other day. But this is a rare find, a 2023 already Choloed out for you, ready to purchase, that's already had all the labor, everything done to it. What more could you want? I don't know what else you would actually add to this bike. Usually I can find 1 or 2 things that I'd add to the bike. With this motorcycle, there's nothing else I would really add. Nothing. Maybe some different grips. Okay, I'll find something. Some different grips. The grips feel good. They are add-ons. These aren't the grips that typically come with your bike. No, I probably would leave these grips because they're chromed out and they're comfortable enough for being chromed out. Yeah, so there's nothing on this bike I would change. They even did the chrome braided cables on here. You've even got the braided cables. So they went all out. And you can see it still performs. This bike will move. And I didn't give it no throttle right there, because I'm taking it easy on this baby because it's had so many upgrades to it. This is what you call a showstopper. You pull up to a bike show, a bike meet, bikes and breakfast at Speedway Harley-Davidson. you know, those bike nights that they have at places like Max, Twin Peaks, all these places. You pull up on this, you're gonna get some attention. 100%. You're gonna get some attention because the bike look, I mean, this bike just looks good. It looks good. I'm losing my words. And this is coming from somebody who is not a fan of chrome at all. Now, if this was going to be my only bike and I planned on riding it cross country and doing all of that, I personally wouldn't be able to do it with the bars this high. But I've seen people do it. There's some people who love this placement of their handlebars and think it's like the most comfortable thing on the world. And to some people, it is. I've seen little short dudes. Like, I ain't going to say little short dudes because everybody got their own description. That sounded nuts. Everybody got their own description of what short is. So like somebody like 5'3" on here with their hands above their head riding bikes like this, and they freaking love it, man. They love it. For all the people who wear full face helmets that's watching the channel, in case you don't do this, always wear a balaclava so that way the balaclava catches my sweat and not my helmet, and I just wash the balaclava every single day. It's a good practice to keep your helmet lasting longer, smelling oh so fresh, and not having to rip the lining out and wash it all the time, because mine has all these wires in it for my camera equipment. I don't want to have to be doing that all the time. Just a tip. So what is your overall thoughts on this Cholo motorcycle? Is this something you would want to own, something you want to put in your garage? I'd put it in there if I had a whole bunch of bikes, definitely, because I'd love to take this to some shows to be my showstopper, because it definitely would be. But I'm pulling back up to Speedway Harley-Davidson, about to put this baby back on the showroom floor, get myself some water, cool off a little bit. But if you haven't done so by now, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like, comment down below, share the content, all of that good stuff, and go watch another video. There's probably one about to come up here and show y'all right now. Make sure y'all go check that out. See you later. Deuces. Love y'all. Ooh, it's hot.
Infinit Ryda.